So what's up, everybody? Richard Byrd here. So of course I get these kind of questions all the time, and like, what is my behind the scenes process of what I do when I record? And so I have a Ask the ByrdMan audio podcast that I need to do today, and I usually go into the studio to work on that. But today I am tired, and I've developed a cough of some sort, and so I'm going to sit in my office and do this recording, just because I really, 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 really need to get it done. So if you want to, join me and all that other kind of stuff on how I record my episodes. No, let's see. So, all right, let me go through this. How do I pick my tech stack? Okay. How do I pick my tech stack? This is killer. Okay. Let's see. How do I pick my tech stack? How do I do it? How do I do it? Do it. How? How? You ready? Gotta get some stuff right. How? So let's go ahead and get some levels. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. How do I pick my tech stack? Okay. Run it back. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. How do I pick my tech stack? Okay. Testing 1 2 1. Go ahead and let's erase all of that. How? Okay. Oh, good gracious. All right, let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ask the ByrdMan. It's your boy, J. Richard Byrd. And on today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about how do I pick my tech stack? That's the question. Question of the day. How do I pick my tech stack? Well, for those people who don't know, your tech stack is the for lack of better terms, the apps or the software that you use in order to make your funnel grow and or to make your business run. It can be a CRM program, customer relations management. It can be a sales program. It could be email marketing. Just like, what are those things that you use in a everyday occurrence to make your company work? And so people ask me, like, you have these really thick tech stacks. So how do you make that run? And so there we go. Let's jump right in. The first thing that I do in order to create my tech stack is I have a list of must-haves and a list of nice-to-haves. So when you're looking at a particular piece of software, you first, even before you look at the software, you need to know what you want the software to do. What problem am I trying to get this particular software or app to solve? And that's where we start. What is my must-haves? I got to have this in this particular software or this app, or it's not going to work for me. The second part of that, though, is what's a list of nice-to-haves. And as a tech guy, if you will, or as the person who's going to be putting out the money on this stuff, you have to know the difference between a must-have and a nice-to-have. It can make the difference on you spending a ton of money on stuff that does not make sense for your company. The second thing that I do is look, again, does the app actually have the must-haves? Does it do what it's supposed to do? Is it going to solve my pain, my pressure? Is it going to take care of what I need it to take care of? So number 2, does the app handle the must-haves? Number 3, and I probably need to explain this, but can the app stand alone? Now, this is a personal. It probably comes from my years of working in the law firm, working in the legal department, if you will, and even in production. I love redundancy. Probably comes from working in the legal department and or in the production. I love redundancy, meaning I like for there to be multiple ways of doing the same thing. And so I need to know, can this app stand alone? And the reason for that really is because if something breaks in my tech pack, in my tech stack, I want to know that I can just pick up. If today, Facebook falls out, or, my shopping cart falls out of the picture, it doesn't take down my whole business. And I do that because I have redundant systems, and I make sure that each part of my tech stack can kind of work on its own without having to be super aided by everything else in the tech pack. Mark that. Number 4, does the app fit into the present integration? Someone was talking about, your ecosystem of Apple or something the other day. And what I told them is I'm not really concerned with how much I can do with it. I just want to know, is it integrated into my ecosystem? Working through my system is more important to me than the actual physical tool. I need to know, does the app I'm looking at, or the software or the tool, whatever does it currently work and integrate into the systems that I already have in place? And number 5, the last one, does the app present a positive ROI? Now, that can be misleading, because for me, ROI can actually be ease of use. Does it make it easier for me or easier for my team to do the job? So I will get an ROI in time. Does it present itself in a way that I can make money off of it? Meaning, with it being integrated into my system, it helps to create more money for me using this piece of software than it doesn't. So there's different parts of ROI that I like to use. Is it a time saver? Does it make my head better? That's a positive ROI for me. If it makes me think better, I can do things faster, which means I'm going to make more money somewhere down the line. Or does this particular app allow me to either charge more to my end user, or to cut expenses somehow, so that I can make my margins bigger? And so that's for me. That's how I pick my tech stack. I'd love to hear your comments. Please jump on to the podcast. and or to the website and make yourself known. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you. God bless. So, excuse me. I don't know what it is I caught, but that is how I do my episodes. Let me go back through here and see how I make sure that each part of my tech stack can kind of work on its own without having to be super aided by everything else in the tech pack. So that cough right there, I can go ahead and get it. Let me see. I don't have to wait for my editor to do this. That. Cool. Boom, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. And so what you just saw me do is I turned it down versus cutting. And the reason I did that is because it's going to make it easier for my editor to go through and find those hot spots. And I don't want to lose timing. Like, I don't want to lose my timing on this. We keep these episodes in a certain amount of time. Excuse me. I don't know what it is I caught, but that is how I do my episodes. Oh, am I still recording? Go. There we go. All right, so we can get rid of all this whole section right here. Boom. I don't need that. I definitely know I don't need that. I think there's somewhere I jumbled some words. I love redundancy. Probably comes from working in the legal department and or in the production. I love redundancy, meaning I like for them to explain this, but can the app stand alone? Now, this is so working in the law firm. So the app I'm using right now is Audition. I tend to do it because it's just an ease of use for me. I could easily use Final Cut or any of the other things that I have. Number 3, and I probably need to explain this, but can the app stand alone? Now, this is a personal. It probably comes from my years of working in the law firm, working in the legal department, if you will, and even in production. I love redundancy. Personal. And again, I love redundancy. What I'm doing is I'm just making it. I'm just taking taking the volume down. Love because I want my editor to be able to catch the flow of what I'm talking about, and so that's why I didn't just go ahead and fully edit that section out. I could have easily just put a marker there and let him do it, but I just wanted to, make sure that he knows. Like, if he sees that, he's going to know that is, major. Something happened there. I need to take a look at that. And then, as you can see, the first thing I did, as I said a few weeks ago, is I left some white noise in the front. You can't hear that, but hello, everybody. Welcome to. But my fan is really loud in this room, and because of that, I pick up, and the lights are loud, so I pick up a lot of stuff inside of the recording. And by giving myself this little freedom of space here and even here, this allows me areas so that my noise reduction can take out that noise. So that's it. That's kind of how I do it. Boom. And Ask the ByrdMan. So here's the thing: when you see this, or when it pops up for you in the podcast, act like you ain't never heard it before. Be like, "Oh my God, that's wonderful! I didn't know you could do that. That's wow! Oh, do all that kind of, do all that kind of stuff for me, and I appreciate it. Let me just pause and just say, I your I don't want to call it following me though, but your support is so appreciated. Appreciated. I If you're a creative, uh, then you kind of understand this, that you spend a lot of time creating a lot of content, creating things for people. Uh, and I could easily be doing something else. Um, I could easily just, for lack of better terms, just put out enough just to take your money. But I want to see you succeed. I want to see the people around me succeed. Someone took a chance on me at a very early age and allowed me to accomplish a lot of stuff even before I was 35, 36 years old. I was making deals, and I tell people all the time, I was making deals in rooms that I know I had no business being in. But because someone did that for me, I want to make sure that I do that for you. And in this afternoon of my life, if you will, of moving into the afternoon of my life, I want to make sure that I am not going to die empty. So I really appreciate this. I appreciate you. Share, do what you have to. But thank you so very, very much. All right, that's how a little behind the scenes of me as I record. Now I got to go concentrate because I got to do um, another 9 before the end of the night. And I want to go watch a movie. So, all right, God bless people. Peace.